We've got a rivalry game on deck, and these two fan bases have been going at it early from the tailgate to the end zones, and you got to think this will be a little contentious. Welcome to Wallace Wade Stadium in Durham, North Carolina, home to the Duke Blue Devils. As we'll see a squad from the ACC, the NC State Wolfpack, taking on a fellow ACC opponent, the Duke Blue Devils. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. The Blue Devils will get us started with the opening kickoff. On the move from inside his 5. Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. The Wolfpack offense comes out to get things started in this one. And the adrenaline is pumping on overdrive in games like this, guys, and it's crucial to get your emotions under control.
No doubt. In rivalry games, you've got to limit the mental errors, and you've got to limit the penalties, because those will kill you, Pollard.
And you got to come out under control. It means so much. We know that. The fans are all talking about it, but it's just football.
It seemed like there may have been a miscommunication there between the QB and receiver, just not on the same page.
They're dealing with a second and long. They'll run play action. Just a short pass to the tight end. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
I like the idea by the quarterback there. You're trying to get this first down, so you find the tight end, see if he can make a guy miss or shake a tackle. Not able to get it done.
NC State has work to do to convert this third down. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Looking down the middle. He's got an open man. He'll have enough for the first down, and they stop him at the 45.
Well, we knew coming into this one, the passing attack, they were going to attack all areas of the field, and right out of the gate, first drive, they go deep down the middle of the field, and they come up with a big one.
Wolfpack will have first and 10. To the air on first down. Finds his big tight end. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there, and still a little ground to cover to pick up the first.
I'll tell you, when you've got a tight end like this, it makes it a lot easier calling pass plays on first down, even if the defense is in zone coverage. He did a really good job there, working his leverage, finding the soft spot, and making it an easy completion.
Off play action. Unloads to the wideout. They needed a big play, and they got it, and the foot down for the first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play, because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
NC State on the move, set up with another first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. Tight end finds a soft spot. You know, we joked that the tight end's always open, David, but play action almost makes it impossible to keep them covered.
And yeah, because those guys, they're such good blockers most of the time. They're big and physical, and they cell block for a second, and then they run open and they find holes in zones, or they get good matchups. And, man, those tight ends nowadays are nightmares for defenses to try to stop.
Second down, they'll go to the air. Look out, he's got room. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Love the play by the defense. They just did a good job understanding where the running back was on that play. After the catch, they're able to make the tackle right away, and now they've set up third down.
This is the type of play that decides games. Are you tough enough to convert third and short from the 30? Rushes on him. Deep shot for the end zone. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
I love the defense's approach on this drive. They didn't panic. They gave up some yards, but what did they do? They forced a third down, a predictable situation, played great discipline, broke on the football, and forced the big interception.
First play of the drive, wants to throw. Quickly to the tight end. Nice gain on that play, but a little bit short of the first down.
Nice quick throw there. And it's so important for quarterbacks to be able to find a rhythm and to be comfortable and confident. You want to just get the ball out quickly, make it an accurate and easy throw. And you can tell that these two guys, they rep that play in practice all the time, and it's now showing up here on game day.
Hauls it in. And he surges up to the 36-yard line, and they'll move the chain. That was a nice pickup, running the drag route and finding that quiet, soft spot in the zone.
Yeah, drag routes not only work against man coverage, they work against zone too. If you can find the soft spot and the quarterback gets it to him early, he can turn upfield, and you saw that right there.
From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. And he fights his way forward, gets away from one, but not much doing on that one. You guys have both played in rivalry games, so what did you do to keep yourself locked in during that week of preparation, David?
Well, you try to keep your emotions in check, but it's really, really hard to do because a lot of times the hatred is so strong. The emotions are so real. The coaches get super tight, and they start talking about things, Jesse, so you don't just treat it as another game.
No, it's hard to handle the anxiety leading up to those games, not just because of what it means to your season, but because of what the fans are saying, what your coaches are saying, what your family and friends are saying, understanding how important those rivalries are.
They've got it at the 36 on 1st and 10. Pulls it in, it's Brown. He snagged him, but he'll be stopped short of the first down. Good, solid pickup on that play. It's been a defensive battle through the first period, and the stats tell that tale. Sometimes you see the offenses sort of settle in, find areas to probe after that first quarter. First play of the period will be a second down. He'll do it himself. Breaks into the open. Nifty little scamper on this one. Enough for the first down, and he slides in safely.
And that's a nice job by this QB. Great job. You show patience, right? Like, if they don't come take me, I'm going to keep running. That's how I go pick up another first down, move the sticks, and this offense can keep churning.
Off the RPO, complete. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line.
And you've seen the evolution of these slot receivers. They're just matchup nightmares. They're hard to get your hand on. A lot of times they're off the football. You can't jam them. These guys are so productive, and offenses really feature their best players most time in those slot positions.
He's got him still on his feet. That completion will take it close to the 5-yard line. They'll mark it at the 6. And the Blue Devils trying to cash it in on 1st and goal. Wants to go up top. Get it out on the screen. That completion will take it inside the 4, and the offense is threatening.
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on 1st down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
They've pushed it ahead to the 4. They'll try to cash in on 2nd and goal. He'll ride his man on the option. Touchdown, Duke! How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
Great job by the running back scoring on that pitch play off the option. It wasn't easy. He had to make somebody miss and do some dirty work there down inside the 10-yard line, but nice individual effort.
Setting up for the extra point after the first score of the game. And he's got the extra point, and it's 7-0 to start this one. So it's a 77-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. He'll start the return inside his 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. NC State sending the offense back onto the field. Well, they had that last drive moving a little bit, David, but then the mistake just crushed them.
Yeah, and those mistakes are going to happen. You're going to throw the football, you're going to throw interceptions. But I think I stay aggressive with this offense. I get back to what I did in the first part of that drive, what made me successful.
I agree, David. Just turn the page if you're a quarterback, right? On this drive, you did a lot of good things there leading up to that pick. Forget about it, move on, play the next play.
They came out humming on this drive, and now it's first down from the 36. To the air, it's Bailey. Got it in the middle, it's Anderson. Stopped at the 47 after a 10-yard gain.
When these wide receivers work the middle of the field, so much of this is feel. Understanding where the holes are in the zone or understanding how to get leverage on a man. And these wide receivers are dangerous nowadays because they do it so fast and see that so quick and make those plays over the middle.
Coming out on first down with the play fake. Throws to the wideout. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down.
Love the physicality of this secondary on defense. That defender got to the football, was able to separate the receiver from the ball, and did it legally. Beautiful job.
Backed up now, here's second and long. Looking to throw again. Snagged in the middle, it's Jackson. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain. We're at the 2-minute timeout. It's been a good one so far. Opportunity for this offense perhaps to take the lead before halftime. Third and short from the 49. Is this 4-down territory? He wants to throw it. Sets up the screen. And he never had a chance. As soon as he caught it, the defense was right there.
Man, that is not the third down execution you want. Trying to get it to a playmaker so he can make plays. He gets nowhere, actually loses yards, and brings up a fourth down now.
A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines. Not his best work. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Catch in the middle, it's Brown.
A lot of times you're throwing these slants to the big body guys because they're so physical and they can win with physicality. But when you throw it to a little guy like this, I just know he's going to win with his speed. He's got that much quicks. He's going to win, and I'm going to force feed him the ball and let him make plays.
The Blue Devils in a good spot here with second and short. Back to pass. Fires to the wideout. And the pass is incomplete, jarred loose by the hit. And the Blue Devils are at the line looking to convert on third and short. Looking to throw for it. Grab near the marker. It's Moore. Now they're really starting to threaten as they pick up the first down at the 34-yard line.
I like the QB here. Very decisive, understanding I get the ball to my slot guy, he can make plays after it. Like the quickness, the speed, the elusiveness. You watch it, man, just he catches the football and a big play can happen. And you saw after the catch, man, he's got some wheels.
And a pickup of 8 opens a world of opportunities on 2nd and 2.
You want to make play calling easy for an offensive coordinator? Run the ball like that every play. I mean, when you can run that on first down and set up a short yardage on second down, it makes play calling easy. Every single call on that sheet is available here on second down.
With the catch, it's King. He's really close to that first down marker, but they stop him just a bit short.
Important in the passing game that it's not just receivers doing all the work. You got to get running backs involved. You got to get your big fellas. You got to get the tight ends going too.
The Blue Devils come to the line on 3rd and short, looking to keep this drive moving. On 3rd and short, they'll go to the power running game. He's not going to make it. What a job by this defense to stop him in his tracks. Offense calls a timeout here. Critically important to make sure they have the right play called and everyone on the same page here. They'd love nothing better than to add a 3-ball here before the break. He'll try to put up the 3-ball from 43 yards away. Tried to give it enough body English, but he missed it. And the margin remains at 7 after the miss. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update.
Man, great energy in that building. There always is when these two get together, and a fun first half between these rivals. And yes, football is a game of inches, but man, is that really the case when you consider the length of some of these possessions. Look, I'm not an analytics guy, but I do know this. The team that sustains drives and just moves the sticks might be the team that comes out on top today. That said, let's get back to the field and our guys in the booth to see who comes out on top of this rivalry contest.
NC State will kick off to start things here in the second half. On the run from inside his own 5. Able to find enough room to get it out across the 25. He's brought down at the 26. And the Duke offense heads back out onto the field. First play from scrimmage here in the second half, and they'll keep it on the ground. Forges ahead, picks up about 3 to the 29. After the 3-yard pickup, they come to the line 2nd and 7. Looking to fire. Snagged out of the air. He gets those chains moving, gets it out to the 42-yard line.
You got to give the O-line a lot of credit there because it gave the receiver time to work all the way across the field on the drag route against zone coverage. Quarterback gets it to him. He's able to turn it up and get a first down.
They'll snap this one from the 42. It's 1st and 10. Quarterback on the keeper. Turning it on. It's a fumble. And this fumble will squirt out of bounds.
Well, they got a really nice drive going on offense. They're on their opponent's side of the field, but you're not going to come away with any points if you turn it over. They've got to do a better job of ball security. Very, very lucky that ball went out of bounds.
And the Blue Devils come to the line with a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw on first down. Looking left. Got his man downfield. He's finally stopped and brought down at the 15.
Well, how about the offense setting that play up? We've seen earlier in the game a couple shorter throws. They're just trying to suck those safeties closer to the line of scrimmage, anticipating that they would get an opportunity to take a shot. They called the perfect play at the perfect time right there.
Huge play, puts them in the red zone, and now they'll snap it 1st and 10 from the 15. He'll pull it on the read. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
Man, these read options are so hard to diagnose, just like right there. He picks up a little chunk of yards, not a big chunk, but it's so easy when you run the read options.
Why is that? Why is it easy?
Because if you want to play fast to the football, well then fine, I'm going to pull the ball right now and to use your aggressiveness against you. But if you want to sit back, then fine, I'm going to give the ball right now and get a little chunk of yards.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play.
Man, not much wiggle room for the ball carrier there.
I'm not really sure what they can do to try to create some space.
I know. Block better. How about the offensive lineman push some guy backwards and make some holes?
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Touchdown, Blue Devils! Fired in from the red zone for the score. Now they have extended this lead, guys, starting to put the hammer, but sometimes a rivalry game can give you a little of extra fight back.
And there can be no panic at this point now. You've worked too hard this offseason, David. They've had this game circled for so long. You've got to play your best football right now and fight back.
And you just need something good to happen on this next possession. You got to get the crowd back into this football game. Big rivalry. Get some emotion. Get some momentum on your side.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point makes it 14-0. They put together a 74-yard touchdown drive, and they finish it with an 11-yard touchdown dart. They're set to kick it off. Do you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Here he comes from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. North Carolina State has it back in the offense, headed to the field. Back to pass, it's Bailey. Now we'll get a chance to see if they can answer that last score, trailing by 14, Jesse.
Yeah, and at this point in the game, I feel like offensively, you should go back to what's been working for you in this game. Don't be afraid to dial up plays that you've already had success with, running it and throwing it. It's okay to repeat plays down 14 at this point.
And I would also say, Palmer, kind of understanding that my defense is not playing great, so I know offensively I got to put some good possessions together here, make something happen on this side of the football.
And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact on the play, but no flags. It'll be 3rd down.
This offense hasn't been able to generate a lot of points in this one. Here in the 3rd quarter, you're seeing the defense and how much pride they take on being physical. It's not just stopping the run. Guys in the back end flying to the football in the air, getting hits on guys, that time on the receiver, knocking it loose.
Looking to the big tight end. Got him downfield. The defense got caught that time, and they finally get him on the ground at the 41.
Yeah, and the quarterback knew exactly where he wanted to go with the football, had time, spins the ball deep. Nice job by this offense, understanding what the defense is giving them and creating the explosive play.
They used the chunk play to cross midfield, and they've got it 1st and 10 just outside the 40. Looking to throw on 1st down. Finds his big tight end. And he's brought down after a nice gain. They flexed out that tight end a little bit, and you know the tight end's always open.
Always open. Quarterback's best friend. And this guy's a problem, Reese. He's a matchup problem because he's too big for DBs to cover, and he's too fast for linebackers to cover. He's showing you his athleticism there.
Off the play fake on 1st down, wants to throw. He's got the tight end. Inside the 15, out of bounds at the 14-yard line. The offense looking for a score.
Well, this tight end is so athletic that at times they'll line him up in different parts of the field. That time he was in the slot. Nice job running the route, finding the open space in the defense for the completion.
In search of their first touchdown of the game, they are on the move with a 1st and 10. Going to the run, it's Smothers. He'll step out of bounds at the 11. Operating in the red zone here on 2nd down. Looking to throw, it's Bailey. He's got it on the run. Good throw and catch. Takes it down to the 5 as the offense tries to cash in. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better 3rd down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to 3rd down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And you want to talk about his favorite receiver, it might be everybody, based on the number of guys getting touches and a chance to show off their hands in the passing game. more quarter to play, and it might be unlikely, but hey, it's college football. Comebacks happen. After swapping into the field, they gave him a little time to figure out how they'll open the final period here on third down. They make the stop, and he'll have enough yardage for a first down.
And David, on 3rd and inches right there, that's often a decision the quarterback predetermines. Who's my best guard? That's the guy I'm going to try to get behind.
And I know that defensively, too, but I'm just trying to dive and create a pile, but it's so hard to stop that play. That's why you see it ran so successfully.
A first down run on the doorstep. And he'll be stopped for no gain, still sitting at the 3-yard line.
You got to have that defense you know you can go to in running situations. Your base defense where you say, okay, this is where I'm going to start, and I'm going to stop the run, stuff it up front. My guys play big up front. Then if I need to add some blitzes to it later on down the road, I can. But great job in the base defense making a play.
He wants it all. Touchdown, North Carolina State. Grab the short pass to put the 6 on the board. Well, if the momentum hadn't shifted before, it certainly has now.
It has, and now you got some game pressure, right? That's beautiful. Now the defense comes out, get you a stop, get aggressive, but the offense a little bit of pressure now because they know if the ball goes back to the other side, they could lose this ball game.
He'll try to tack on one more. And the PAT will draw them 1 point closer. They march 79 yards on the drive, and they finish it up with a 3-yard scoring toss. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And Duke has the ball back, ready to go on the attack. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely makes a little bit of a difference. Knowing I'm up by more than a field goal, obviously, Jesse, my mindset switches, and I know I can't make mistakes.
Yeah, and David, I don't think they have to reinvent the wheel on offense here. What they've been calling has been working. Just get back to doing what you're good at.
They'll probably bleed every second possible off this clock before they snap it. They'll keep it on the ground. The clock is on their side. They'll knock him down for a loss of a couple.
And after taking a loss on that last run, a little bit of pressure right now for this offense on their own side of the field. They've got the lead here in the 4th quarter, but this is a critical 3rd down that they have to convert. They don't want to give the ball back and put the pressure on their own defense.
He'll set up to throw. Grabbed behind the line. It's Moore. They'll keep this drive moving by picking up the first down. They have it at the 36. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. The Blue Devils with the 1st and 10. Leaves it with the running back. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And this situation here on 2nd down is the exact situation this offense wanted to stay out of. You got the lead late in the ball game. You want to get positive yards, keep that clock ticking. Now in this situation, it's interesting. Do they want to throw the football? How much do they trust their quarterback not to make a mistake here late in the football game with the lead?
Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. And the Blue Devils line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll try to get it through the air. Fires to the right. He makes the catch. And they got the defense on that one, and they get it to the 29-yard line.
If I'm a defense, I got to find a way to get some more pressure on the quarterback or disrupt their timing and their rhythm. I can't give them these big chunk plays through the air. I got to be maybe a little bit more aggressive or do something a little bit different.
The Blue Devils look to keep this drive humming. The clock winds down to the 2-minute timeout, and this offense will try to drain away the time and secure the victory. They'll start this one from the 29 on first down. And it looks as if the offense will just take a knee.
And after that negative play on offense with the lead late in the game, I think there's still ways that you can be creative and run the football, but not be so obvious. So zone read type plays, fake dives and pitches to the running back to get him outside, jet sweeps. You can find other ways to keep the clock moving, even though the defense knows you're going to run it.
Out of the shotgun, they go to the ground. Oh, no, the ball popped out. This could change things. Defense covering it up and not letting the offense get it back. It's a turnover.
I'll tell you, honestly, I don't know what that player could have done to hold on to that football. That defender absolutely popped him. He knocked him into next week. There was no chance he was holding on to that ball.
They'll christen this drive from the 28-yard line. Dropping back, it's Bailey. Quickly out to the tight end. And the defense settled in to stop that one for a short gain.
And that is perfect job by this defense. Like, you can give up those little small gains all the way down the field. The clock is your friend. You don't want to give up big plays. Don't want to give up those first downs and just make that clock run.
Looking up top, and time is of the essence. Got his man on the right. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
Last completion moved the sticks in. Let's see if they try it again. Looking downfield on first down. Fires to the big fella. Nice gain on that play, but leaves it a little short of the first down.
You're seeing a lot of confidence out of this quarterback now. 3 for 3 on this 2-minute drive. He understands that he needs to step up if his team's going to win this game, and he's playing his best football right now.
NC State might think about going for a big one on second and short. Wants to go up top. Not much of a chance there. He just had to get rid of it to avoid the sack.
Yeah, and at this point of the game, guys, fourth quarter, you're trailing. You know that they're going to be throwing the ball and trying to be aggressive and try to climb back into this one. Couldn't come up with it there on second down. Let's see what happens on third.
That last incomplete pass has him staring at a 3rd and 3. They're going to try to throw for it on 3rd down. Didn't have much of a choice, just had to throw that one away. It'll be 4th down.
What a fantastic job by the defense that time, forcing the incompletion. They've got the lead late, setting up 4th down. Can they come up with one more stop? If they get it, they might win this game.
Down a possession here in the 4th, and they'll need to convert on this 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. And it's incomplete, and the final drive of the game comes up empty.